All right, Shalom. All praises unto
Check your
Yahweh,
phone.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Warakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters as well. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Okay? I haven't been posting on this page in a while, man. They had suspended my page, and honestly, I felt like my page would have been gone if they'd done it again. But, you know, I guess through the mercy of the Lord, I still have this page. But it was weird because I was told that I had a strike and that I couldn't post for 2 weeks. You know, I had saw it in my notifications. So when I clicked on my notifications to open it up, it said the strike was removed. So I tried to upload a video and it said I couldn't upload a video because my page had a strike. So, you know, just a bunch of confusion and vexation of the spirit. But I was uploading videos on my other page. Okay? If you know, you know. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, we have to keep teaching and preaching this word, okay, until the Lord removes us off the streets, or He removes us out of the earth, man. All right. We have to keep hitting our people with this word, whether they listen or not, and that means whether you get views or not, whether people drive by you consistently or you have people pulling up on you listening to you. None of that is not the concern. The concern is keep doing what the Lord is asking us to do, which is to keep doing the work, man. Keep being diligent. And when I think of diligent, certain brothers come to mind, man. Okay? And that's something that I'm still trying to get sharp at. I'm still a babe in this truth. I came into this truth in 2014. So I'm young in this thing, man. All right? Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4. But in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of the power, and much patience and afflictions and necessities and distresses. So, you know, afflictions are things we are going to go through. We are going to receive bitter and sweet in this truth. And a lot of times it may feel like you're receiving more bitter than sweet. But really, we are receiving just enough of both sides, because the Lord is a righteous power. And how He stirs the pot, how He controls our life, the things that He decides to do, even when it may seem to be bitter unto us, we may not fully understand it. Okay? These are things we have to endure. We have to endure getting our pages hit with strikes, people looking at us like we're the bad guys. Who cares, man? If everybody around you is a cannibal, or if everybody around you is eating feces, but they're looking at you like a weirdo, why in the hell would you conform to them just because there are more of them and they make you feel uncomfortable? To hell with them, man. To hell with this world, man. This world is going down. It's going down to the ground. Babylon's going to be destroyed, man. All right? Our people are waking up, and there ain't nothing that you haters of the Lord can do, man. There's nothing that y'all can do except for shut up, get in order, or die. All right? That goes for any one of us, man. We either going to be right with the Lord, or we going to catch a left swing by the sword. All right? But, you know, although I laugh, it's a serious matter. We have to be patient in this thing. We're going to go through many afflictions. And it sucks, but at the same time, it's beautiful. Because we are not the same men that we once were when we first came into this truth. and damn sure not the same men that we were when we were in the world. We're totally different. We've been totally changed from day or from night to day. Okay, we are literally polar opposite of how we used to live. And people who knew us, they don't understand it. But yet, here we are in this lot that we're in, being the men of the Lord, Lord willing. People look at us like we're evil. But that's a good sign that we're the men of the Lord. The scriptures tell us about patience, endurance, how the world will hate us. Okay? The reason why is because it is supposed to be tough. It is supposed to be difficult. So we shouldn't act as if strange things are happening unto us, man. We should see it as, which we are in the flesh, and there's times the flesh, wants to try to wrestle with the spirit and overthrow it and take control. But that's the battle, man. The battle is a spiritual battle, and that means your flesh is at war with your spirit. Okay? Because seeing that we're not that popular in this world in a good light, that can make certain brothers feel uncomfortable and feel uneasy to where they can't handle that. Okay? But we are in this truth to endure. We're not in this truth to have everything our way just because we are the Israelites. We are in punishment. And to try and go against that understanding is basically saying, to hell with all my sins and all the things I did wrong. I don't feel like I should suffer for those. So I'm going to try to create an avenue where I do things my way. I don't feel like my father has the right to punish me. I'm going to try to sneak out the window. I don't feel like I should have to sit in this room. And that's the mentality of our people, man. They don't want to understand. They don't want to understand that we are here to be punished, to suffer for our afflictions, and to be delivered, man. And now we're coming to a point where we are going to be delivered. We were never brought here to America to live this great life. Okay, we were brought here to suffer slavery, and then once the Lord's anger would be pacified to a degree, he would wake up his elect, draw them out the world, deliver them, and destroy the rest of his people who he still has that anger towards. And then they're going to come back in the kingdom in their right mind. So to hell with, these different haters of the Lord who fight against us, man. We are taking on the Lord's enemies. We already had enemies, but now we're taking on the Lord's enemies along with the enemies we already had, man. We got enemies out here, and that's fine. That's understandable, okay? But when you have the understanding, you realize strength is not in numbers, because anybody can work out, anybody can buy a gun, okay? Anybody can learn how to throw a right hook, but not everybody has Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Not everybody has the power of the universe. Okay, they might have the strength of dirt. They might have the strength of flesh and blood, but they don't have the strength of the whole universe behind them. Okay? So we have to endure and bear these burdens. Let's go to Matthews. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. That ain't right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So we have to endure until the end in order to be saved. Which means what? This lot that we are in was not meant to be easy. Seeing what we're about to receive, it would be nuts to think that we are just going to receive a great kingdom, have power over all these nations, and all we have to do is twiddle our thumbs and sit back and watch Netflix. Okay? No, we have to do labor. We have to work. We have to keep feeding the sheep, even when the sheep don't want to eat the food that you're trying to give them. Okay? Nevertheless, you're still making a plate. Even if one sheep is eating, that sheep is still getting a meal. All right? And that one sheep is just as important as 1,000 sheep. Okay, because it's of the flock. All right. So we have to hold on. We have to be patient, regardless of the distresses and the distresses and the afflictions and the pain that we go through. We have to endure until the very end. We are not at the end yet. We are not at the point of throwing in the towel. And our teachers, the elders and the apostles before us, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar and Gabor on down, have been in this thing for years, man. And they've been holding on. That gives none of us the excuse to drop out. None of us. Nobody has the excuse. Yeah, brothers who've been in here for years, brothers like myself who are out here teaching alone, brothers who ain't getting views. You know, we get shunned. You know, we're the outcasts of this world, whatever. And yet and still, we still producing through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. That's how you know this is a spiritual battle, and no man can do that on their own. So we have to hope that Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai remains with us, man, and keeps us in the spirit, and keeps us in the mentality of fighting and not giving up, keeping us in the mentality of enduring, you know, the mentality of winning, of receiving that crown. You know, having the imagination of a child, man. You got to have an imagination in this truth. You got to think upon spiritual things. You got to think upon things that the world may look at as some Hollywood film. We thinking about spiritual matters, spiritual powers, rulership over the nations. Yahweh Shai, our king, sitting on the throne next to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and King David under him, and the 12, and the rest of the Israelites, okay, along, you know, with the holy angels as well. Just all Israel, man, just reigning. You know, I could actually picture these things, but to some that may sound like some Disney film. So we have to have, you know, somewhat of like a childlike imagination. That's why certain brothers can use examples like, you know, Dragon Ball Z and other things in their teachings. Because, you know, being spiritual minded, you know, to a degree, it does sound crazy, you know, to a carnal mind. But we have to hold on. We have to endure in this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and close it there. All thanks and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashemwa, Rakakwadash. Shalom.